Hey traders, in this video I'm going to talk to you about why it's important to trade what you see and not what you hope for. Let's get straight into it. Hey you, don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because trading is difficult, right? There's so many areas you need to know to become a good trader. Trading systems, mindset, the foundations, chart reading. There's so many areas you need to know to become a really good trader. So this video here is to become educational only, and there is no guarantees of making any money on any single given one trade. So be smart about the way that you're trading and protect yourself. Also, grab a 100% free brand new 12-hour trading course, foundations, chart reading, trading systems, and so much more, mindset. Link in the description. Go click it right now. I'm giving away 100% free access. Link in the description right now. All right, traders. So one thing I'm going to bring up for you right now is silver and gold. Right? I'm going to bring up the silver and gold market here. And the reason why is because so many people that are trading the markets right now that are very bullish silver and gold right now are just looking for any reason for this thing to go up. Now, I do believe we're getting to a point where we're likely to start seeing a relief rally, but apart from that, that's where it ends for me. Now, what I mean by that is this. Let me bring up this this screen through here. All right. So once again, what are we looking at here? We're looking at the let me take everything off the screen here. We're looking at what? We're looking at the daily. Let's bring up, say, this is the gold chart. All right, so this is the gold chart. Let's bring up, say, 1 year worth of data. And I just want you to, I want to share with you why it's so important to just trade what you see. Now, this is trading. This has nothing to do with investing. If you're a value investor, I mean, you're going to buy and hold long term, then I still believe you focus on those weekly charts, right? And focus and make sure that you're focusing on those weekly charts because the charts will tell you when things are likely to turn around. I'm a long-term bull in, say, the GDX and GDXJ, but it's not going to happen right now, right? The market would tell us when the market's likely to start turning around. So the thing is as you can see, right, like you can see the market goes through different phases. It goes through a price phase, it goes through a time phase. Now let's have a look through here, okay? So this market went through a bit of through here is what you call a price phase, and then suddenly we went through a bit of a channel here, didn't we? Went through a bit of a channel, which is now a time phase. And notice how the market broke out, came back up, had a lower high, then then we had this big down bar, right? This is now what you call the start of the what? The price phase. So it's now made a low, lower high. Who's in control? Sellers. Then what happened? Ran up, had about a month worth of sideways, created the lower high, bam, good breakaway bar. What's that showing right now? Showing that now we're back into a price phase, and away we go. Lower low, lower high, and then now we go down through here. So as you can see, right, like as the market starts to break out, now when the market's in a tight sort of channel, it's not really, there's no one really in control. That's very dangerous. You don't want to get involved with what we call these time phases. You want to wait for the market to break out. And as you can see here, right, like as the market started to break out, and let me bring up, say, a 6-month view here. As the market started to break out through here, right, so as you can see, as the market started to break out through here, you can see what happened. You can see what happened, right? This support became resistance. Then we broke back down. Then as you can see that this whole, let's just do this here. Erase all. Right, so you can see this whole level through here, right? Look at this here. So all this support level here, but created a lower high, came back down. Then what? It tried to rally up. Then what happened? It actually broke this support level here with a big down bar, and away we go. What do we have here? Lower high. This was the last low, lower low, breaking down, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So even I make this mistake sometimes. This video here is just to share with you that some of the mistakes that I make sometimes when I'm not just focusing on what the market's telling me right now. And that's all that matters, right? It's what is the market telling me right now and not fighting the market. So many people are trying to fight the market with this. Now, I've been saying that I believe the silver and gold market is due for a bit of a relief rally because it has been in what we call this time phase for quite some time. And long term, I believe the GDX and GDXJ, things like that, are going to see big moves, right? But not yet, right? Now we're in this big, massive time phase on those GDX and GDX charts. But it's so important to just trade what you see and not what you hope for, right? Because that's where really going to make your money, aren't you? Where you're just trading with what the market's telling you. And back with the silver chart, what's happening with the silver chart right now? Lower high, lower high. So who's in control right now? As we speak right now, sellers in control. Now, just because the sellers are in control, does that mean you go short? No. John, that doesn't make sense. It does make sense. What I'm saying there is, and what I'm saying here is that the sellers are in control. If you are trading the markets, you still need a trading setup for you to trade. And that's where a lot of people go wrong with trading the markets, is they get into something that they hope is going to work. And they hope, and they hope, and they hope, and they hope. And even though the market's going down, lower lows, lower highs, they're looking for any reason for this thing to rally. Any reason for this thing to rally. And just same with gold, right? Same with gold. Whenever the market's going sideways, you can see here, it's just going sideways. Guess what? Don't get, this is one big time phase. Now guess what's happening? Lower high, potentially another lower high, trending down. Now, again, trade what you see. The market can change. The market, just because the seller's in control right now, doesn't mean the buyers are going to start to come in control. So you need to read the market and watch the market as it's unfolding in front of our eyes and bend and mold with the markets. Not be so rigid, but be flexible. Okay, what's really going on right now in the markets? So as you can see, right, lower high in the silver price. So sellers on the short term right now, on this picture here, we are making lower highs and lower highs. So sellers in control. So don't try and, if you're a short-term trader, don't try and fight the market. All right. You want to make sure you're going with that trend. Now, also, once again, you don't want to just because the sellers are in control. You don't want to just sell the market because it's going down. You know what I mean? It's like, oh well, it's seller control. I'm just going to sell it right now because the trend's going down. That's not right. You still need to have your trading setup and your entry bar. Because it's all about probabilities, right? You know, for me right now, there is no setup when it comes to where we are right now. GDX and the SLV, there is nothing there. Now, generally what will happen also is you will get volume spikes at the tops and bottoms of markets. And we haven't got any volume spikes yet, have we? And the GLD as well too. We haven't even got any volume spikes on this yet as well. So it does look like that there's a bit more downside to come on gold and on the GLD and stuff like that. Obviously, which is connected to the gold price. Now we are, if you're looking at the overall price itself, we are coming down to what? We're coming down to some sort of major support levels through here. Or it actually was at a major support level. It's actually breaking back down now. And we have some, we're likely to hit some sort of support level through here where we are right now, back down to even the 1200 mark. So again, guys, just trade what you see, not what you hope for. You know, don't expect this thing to rally strong and rally hard. If the market's going to start to rally, just trade with the trend. Trade with the trend, trade with the trend, trade with the trend. And if someone's clearly in control, then if you're trading, then that's it. If you're a long-term value investor, as I said before, like you have like a 5-year view, then I still believe in looking at those monthly and weekly charts to time your way in on the next big move, because the charts will tell you when things are turning around. And some people like saying, I heard this guy say, this idiot is analyzing the price, the stock price on gold. And it's like, it's all the same thing, right? If I bring up this blank chart here, this one right here, blank chart, and I bring up the weekly chart, if you just look at the actual market as it unfolds, then the market's telling you what's going on and what's likely to happen and so on and so forth. Make sense? So you definitely don't want to fight the market. You just want to go along, and you want to go along with it. And a lot of people say, for example, a lot of people were, you know, big cranky because the market was manipulated. But all you have to do is just follow what the market was telling you. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, higher high, higher low. That's when the market changed. I actually bought some call options here on that day. You can actually go back and check it on. I think I've got a video on YouTube, I think it is. And then the market had a little rally up and rally back down. So what would we be looking for to see the next biggest rally? Because I know this sideways movement through here, I know I'm getting ready for the next big rally in the GDX, the GDXJ, the SIL, SIJ, even the silver market, right? I'm getting ready for a big breakout because we've had so much time here. But where the breakout could be to the downside, right? We just don't know. We just got to be very, very flexible. But if it is going to be to the upside, what would I want to see? This is the weekly chart now. I'd want to see this market rally back up. And if I'm looking at this chart right now, I can see that there has been not that level through there, but more of this level through here, right? So you'd want to see a break above this resistance level here. This is now looking on the weekly chart, right? Looking at the silver market. You want to see it hold right now where we are, and it's actually not. It's actually breaking down, isn't it? So we could get a bit of a flush down through here. So we want to see this thing hold where we are right now, or even have a bit more rally. But when it starts to break above this resistance line, and we start to do what? And we start to break above, I would say, these major highs through here. Yeah, I'd say this sort of area through here, and have a big rally up. Then on a pullback, you probably want to start to see this thing rally back up. But you can't pick a bottom in the markets. Same with this. Oh wow. Same with the gold price, right? So yes, we are coming down to this here, but what's happening with the actual gold price? It's creating now a lower low. So this major low through here, because it's creating this lower low, you definitely wouldn't want to be buying this long term, right? You want to see this thing turn around, and once again, if you start to see this charts, what do you see here? Lower high, lower high. The sellers are knocking it down on that on this bigger picture here, and then suddenly it starts to go this higher high, rallies back up, drops back down, and now you start to create this higher low, higher low. So as you can see, right, it's bend and mold. If you're looking for a good time to get into gold, then yeah, that's basically what we see here. So there's a bit of an update there, guys. Apply this analysis to everything you're doing, every single market you're looking at. If you're looking for a bit of a long-term move, then start to apply analysis on the weekly charts. If you're trying to trade the markets, then always follow along with what the charts are telling you, i.e., trade what you see and not what you hope.